learn how to love yourself no matter what. It's not easy. It really isn't, because we know ourselves. We know ourselves.
We know everything about ourselves.
We know everything about ourselves. But we gotta love the dark as much as we love the light.
All right, we'll go. Okay, you interview. Take one.
Well, hello there. My name is Histand. I'm from OKU, and I'm here today with Divinity Roxx. Do you want to talk a little bit about yourself and how you create art and what you do?
Wow, yes. My name is Divinity Roxx. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I am a bass player. I'm a producer. I'm a performer. I'm an author. Sometimes I get overwhelmed with all the things. I've been playing bass guitar for a number of years. I've toured with some of the biggest artists in the world. But most recently, I started making music for young people, for children. I started making children's music. And I have to say that it has been the most joyful thing I've decided to do with my art and my music is share my love and my passion for life, for creativity, for inspiration with young people, to teach them and help them believe in themselves, believe in the power that they have within them to be anything in the world that they want to be, to spread as much love and joy in the world that they want to be, to feel good about being themselves.
And do you want to share a bit about what sparked that switch to making and working with children and just working creatively with young people?
Yeah, it's something that I always thought I would do. Have always been so inspired ever since I was a little girl from my teachers, from my parents, from all these adults who poured so much love and knowledge and wisdom into me that I always felt like it was something that I would do when I got older. What's crazy is that during the pandemic, when the whole world shut down, somebody called me out of the blue and asked if I had some music for a scholastic campaign. And I didn't, but they convinced me to write 7 songs to give to Scholastic for this online program. And my entire world changed. They turned 2 of those songs into kids' books.
Wow.
And I was sitting at home in 2020 thinking, oh my gosh, in 2021 I'm gonna have 2 kids' books come out. And my audience, which consists of a bunch of bass players and rock and roll fans, they're gonna be like, what's this, 2 kids' books? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna make a whole kids' album. And that's what happened. Ready, Set, Go was born. Some really beautiful music and some really beautiful moments came out of what was such a dark time for us.
Looking back on my childhood experience and myself still being a young person, so much of how I've become a person is I can directly connect it to adults in my life that have believed in me, that have invested in me. So I think it's really beautiful that you're giving back in that way. So. What does OKness mean to you? What does being okay mean to you?
Whew.
It's quite a question.
It is quite a question. It's big because there are times in your life when you are not okay, right? Things are just tough, and I've experienced them. And I think I've gone through enough of those moments where now I can appreciate who I am and where I am now, and I can appreciate those moments for what they brought. OKness now for me is stillness. It is a stillness that allows me to be confident in who I am in the world and to be fine with who I am, to be fine with the way I look, to be fine with my moods and my ups and my downs, and to know that it is really all a part of being human. It's what it means to be alive. It's what it means to feel something. OKness is stillness, and every morning I really try to focus on being still, so still that I can feel my heart beating my whole body and getting in touch with that heartbeat and giving thanks for it. Because as long as it's beating, it means that I am alive.
How do you create your own okay with the music you make currently and what you're doing with the youth and just investing in people? How do you create it?
I just walk out on stage.
Yeah.
And I hear those voices screaming and those little people singing along during our call and response. And man, I just get so filled up. Sometimes I cry on stage. Yeah. My band, look, they know when it's happening. There's this song we do called Me Plus You. Me plus you plus me, yeah. We're a happy family. When we play that song, I can feel that the love in the room is starting to really rev up. And we are starting to become a family, the audience and the band. And I think about my family, and I just well up with some of the words. You know, it just reminds me of some people who passed on, right? But I know they're still here. Today before the show, I really gave them a moment before I walked out, and I said, thank you for being here with me. I could feel that they were here in the room. My great-grandmother and my grandfather and all these people who meant so much and fought so much for me to have the life that I have. I appreciate them, and so I try to bring them everywhere. But today I was particularly thinking about that. But yeah, I just walk out on stage and play this music. I know it's filled with love. I know it's filled with joy. I know that's what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm okay with that.
You found your place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Found my happy place.
It's amazing. All right, so since it's so clear that you found what you're meant to be doing, how would you recommend others try to find what they're meant to do? And I know that comes with lots of experimentation and trying out things, so how do you feel like they should try to explore how they can become who they're meant to be?
You know, sometimes I think you have no idea what you're meant to be doing in this world. You gotta try all kinds of different things. And it's that one thing that you never thought in a million years that you were supposed to do, that you end up doing and falling in love with. That's what the bass guitar was for me. My uncle tried to introduce the bass to me when I was probably about 10. I didn't like it. I didn't want it. He put it in my hands. I was like, no, I don't want this. I don't know what this is. I want to play your saxophone, right? But then I went to college. I forgot about that experience. Went to college, picked up the bass, and fell in love. Just fell in love with it. And now he laughs at me because he's like, look at you. You became this big-time bass player, and I tried to introduce it to you when you were a kid, and you didn't want it. So sometimes somebody's planting a seed, right? You don't know it, but you discover that thing. Not only that, but love yourself. Learn how to love yourself no matter what. It's not easy. It really isn't, because we know ourselves. We know ourselves.
We know everything about ourselves.
We know everything about ourselves. But we gotta love the dark as much as we love the light. And we carry both. So learning to really love ourselves is a lifelong mission. Know thyself and love thyself.
And that's really the spirit of OKU, is just being at peace with who you are, even if it means acknowledging more than the parts you want to exhibit, you know? And I think it's such an important message to have that ability to be at peace with who you are.